Hi, what's up, stoners? Welcome to the local band Smokeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matt of Celestial Burial in the building!
Give me a hell yeah!
Let's go!
Cool.
Perfect.
How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. It is still moving. I think it's going to fall. I see it slowly moving.
Nope.
Just throw a little weight in front of her or something. But dude, I appreciate you joining, man. All the way out of Australia. Hell yeah. Shout out to Aaron also, who's awesome. Matt, once we have that set up, if you could please, sir, can you properly introduce yourself? Let me know whereabouts of Australia you're at the moment, and plug and promote anything you'd like.
No worries. All right. Well, g'day. I'm Matt. I am from Celestial Burial. I write the music and guitars and drums, all that sort of stuff. I also have a couple of other solo projects I do. Darkened Winter, which is a black metal project. Inverted Tomb is another black metal project that I do. And I also play live guitars in a Adelaide band called Cavemen.
Cavemen? Okay, I don't think we've ever jammed them before. How did you officially, first time meet Aaron, though?
Well, I met Aaron back in... it was back when I was doing another death metal band in 2000 it would have been around 2011, 2012.
So you guys gigged a couple times together, I imagine.
No, we actually never gigged together because he lives in a different state. I live in Adelaide and he lives in Perth. So his band was putting together back in 2012, 2013. His band was putting together a compilation CD of all Australian death metal bands and underground bands and all that sort of stuff. And the band I was in at the time, we got a spot on that compilation CD, and that's how I got chatting to him. And we've kind of been mates since. And the death metal band I was doing back around that time sort of broke up in 2016, and I had the idea, because I still had a heap of material written that I wanted to sort of get out there. And so I had the idea to do Celestial Burial, as I was originally going to do it as a solo project. But I kind of I recorded all the music and then kind of sat on it for a while. And it was only actually, I was also busy doing other bands and projects as well. So the music kind of got put to the side. But it was only sort of end of last year, that I thought, I might ask Aaron if he's interested in doing vocals over these tracks, and he was keen, and went from there. So
because you guys live in different states, I imagine that gets a little complicated as far as the recordings go. Is it like a back and forth? You just send each other tracks back and forth and be like, oh, I like what you did here, this kind of thing? Can you explain that process?
Yeah, man. Aaron records vocals over where he is, and then he sends them to me, and I mix them, put them into the mix. But he'll send me a mix of what he's doing, and we'll sort of go back and forth, like pretty much like how you just explained it, sort of back and forth, and and then from there, when we're happy with the final mix, we tick it off. Cool, that's a track done.
Let's see what we're talking about right here. Would you prefer we play the newer one, Genocidal, or start with Towards the Void?
You pick, man. Whichever one.
We'll do both. So we'll start with Void, and then we'll get to Genocidal Extinction. Guys, we're hanging out with Celestial Burial. If you're feeling the music we're about to play, please support them. Hit the follow button on Spotify right here, and let's see what you think. Because you're our guest today, you're automatically on the poll. So you do everything but the vocals.
Yeah, man.
Does that mean playing every instrument, or is there a little bit of MIDI involved as well?
So I play the bass and the guitars. The drums are actually programmed.
Like Drum Forge?
Yeah, I use Superior Drummer and Easy Drummer too.
Okay.
Mixed with a couple of other sort of mixing programs and stuff like that to sort of give them more of an authentic feel. But I actually do have a mate that is a really good drummer, and he's already said to me if we ever go live with this, he's keen to jump on drums. So.
Oh, excellent.
Excellent.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah. Let's do a couple of fun questions. And then I don't know if you were prepped ahead of time about the trivia part of the show regarding hot sauce.
Aaron, no.
do you happen to have any hot sauce in your house?
I don't actually, man. No.
All right, no worries. It's no big deal. It's not really a requirement, but to do the trivia part of the show, I need to know a little more about you. What movie or TV show have you seen the most? Where if I ask you trivia on this movie or TV show, it can be anything, that you will not get stumped. In my opinion, it's easier to go movie route because TV shows could have 100 episodes. I could pick anything from any episode. Don't give me that ammo.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, wow.
I'll let you think about it for a second. I'll come back.
No worries, man. Yeah.
I know you're on the spot. I'll give you a second to think about it. Your favorite movie of all time. Maybe you've seen it 15 times. What'd you think?
Yeah, shit. I'm on the spot. I've seen a lot of movies, that's the thing, but I can't think of one at the moment.
Well, let's start with this. What genre is your favorite? You're a horror fan, comedy, sci-fi, and then we'll kind of go from there.
I usually go comedy, actually.
Okay, so I could.
But you know what? I'm gonna go. Let's go 21 Jump Street.
Okay, cool. I can work with that. 21 Jump Street. I need to look up some trivia in the background, but I'll ask you another question. Do you have any odd hobbies that maybe you don't tell everyone? Hey, I collect Pokemon cards. Hey, I whatever. Any odd hobbies?
Not really, man. Like I guess I collect guitars, but that's not really odd.
How many guitars do you have?
I've got 9.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yep, 9 guitars. And
is there one that is your baby? You worship this one just a little bit more than the other guitars, but you just don't tell them.
Yeah. Sorry, man. Can you just give me 1 second?
Sure.
Sorry, dude.
No worries. The kiddos need something.
Yeah, man.
You can go handle it real quick if you need to. I'll stall and play Genocidal.
Oh, that's okay. It's all sorted. That's all right.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah.
So your favorite guitar.
Favorite guitar. So the guitar that I mainly use live is a brand called Artist, and I'm pretty sure they're an Australian company. They're really good guitars. Yeah, I've got a couple of those, and I've also got a Schecter 7-string that I use quite a lot as well. So they're probably the two, but I do have 9. I kind of see a guitar that I like and I buy it, and but they've all got their own sort of sounds.
So gotta have that one.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's how it goes. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Apart from that, man, like I do a bit of gaming here and there.
What's your game? What's your game of choice right now?
Well, at the moment, I've been playing DayZ.
Okay, I've seen a lot of my feed lately has been Hogwarts Legacy, the new Harry Potter game, which kind of looks like Elden Ring, but except it's a Harry Potter game. It's kind of like what it looks like to me.
Yep.
It looks pretty dope.
Nice.
Let's see if I can stump you here on this 21 Jump Street trivia, though.
Okay, yep, let's go.
You told me you've seen this movie a lot, so I'm going to give you a hard one.
Yeah,
In the movie, Johnny Depp makes a cameo, and his character's name is Tom Hansen. In the movie, Johnny Depp hates what holiday? What holiday does he hate? This is a tricky one.
Is this from the movie with Jonah Hill and all that?
Do you know what? It might be from the original 21 Jump Street.
Yeah,
now that I think about it, because I know he's in the remake also, and now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I probably just, as you said it, I'm like, man, I bet you I'm asking him like 1982 21 Jump Street trivia right now. So I'll find another one. The answer was Valentine's Day, but I'll find another one for you.
Right.
Let's see, if Celestial could have a guest vocalist, someone that could pair with Aaron, who in the metal scene would you like to be involved?
Oh. I'm actually not sure, man. That's a hard one because there's a lot of good good vocalists out there.
It is a tough one.
It is, yeah. I'm not sure if there's any vocalists out there that want to flick a message.
I'll say that like this: in the metal scene, like what bands do you prefer that are just like have a heavy vocalist, like more deathcore, black metal? Like what do you normally jam?
I normally jam like death metal or black metal. So I guess actually, and this would actually work out really well because they're from Perth as well. Advent Sorrow, they're really cool. They're a black metal band from Perth.
Okay. Hell yeah. They are pretty cool. I really can't find a whole lot of trivia on the newer 21 Jump Street, so I'm just going to ask you the super easiest question ever. Who is their boss in the movie?
Ice Cube.
That's correct.
Give me a hell yeah.
Very easy. There we go. It is Ice Cube. And believe it or not, Ice Cube's role was written by Seth Rogen and Jonah Hill, and they specifically had Ice Cube in mind when they wrote the role, is what it says. Whiskey caramel shot. I have to take that right now. I don't have any whiskey next to me. I have tequila, so we're going to morph it into a caramel tequila shot. Dude, let's say all of a sudden, for some reason, you have $10 million. What is some cool toys you would buy for yourself? Aside from gear and taking care of your family, like beyond that, just like random, you just went to the mall and you can spend $1 million and still have 9 million more. So it's time to splurge. What are you buying?
I'd buy a pretty awesome. I'd buy a car. It's got to get a car. I'd buy a motorbike as well, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Would it be like a Jeep or?
Yeah.
For some reason, when I picture Australia, because I watch so many, I've never been, and it's my number one tourist like destination for myself is Australia over any other country. But I watch a lot of gold shows, and on the gold shows, it's just like endless land, and then all of a sudden there's like a giant city over here. But if you're not in that city, it's like endless land where you can like search for gold. So I feel like if I went to Australia, I would buy a Jeep. But what kind of car would you buy? Like, as you said, you would buy one.
Yeah, I'd probably go with like a full drive or something like that. Like full drive. And I've always wanted to get like a cruiser, like motorcycle, so like a Harley or something like that. That'd be pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, we do have cities here in Australia.
No, I know you guys do. I feel like it's, for some reason in my mind, it's like, here's the size of New York City, but then outside of that, it's just like a lot of trees and like wildlife. Like that's how I picture it in my head in between the major cities.
Well, that's pretty much how it is. we've got the cities, but then you know, if I was to drive 10, 20 minutes out a certain direction from where I am now, I'll start getting into the country.
That'd be like what,
west,
right?
Yeah. But yeah, you sort of get out there and then you start sort of you know, you might see some kangaroos or koalas and all that sort of stuff out there. So yeah.
Let's jam Genocidal, and then I've got a couple more questions for you about what you guys want to accomplish the rest of the year. We're hanging out with Celestial Burial. Please support them. Hit the follow button. This is Genocidal Extinction. Yeah! How did you come up with the band name? How'd you come up with the band name?
Yeah, I actually came up with it, like back in 2016 roundabout, and you know what? I can't remember how I came up with it.
Was there any like terrible band names that you thought, oh, this could be the one before you settled on that you remember?
Not that I remember, man. No. It was a little while ago now. Yeah, I sort of can't remember, and I can't remember how I came across Celestial Burial either. But I just kind of thought of that name and thought, yeah, it actually sounds alright. And I checked to see if there are any other bands out there with that name, and couldn't find any. So
it's definitely like a black metal band name, which I love. Like I love when bands have accurate names instead of just something crazy, and you're
man.
like, this is a pop punk band, even though it's called like Death Carcass or something like that.
Well, I was thinking, you know, it's gonna have to be something that, you know, the name's gonna have to be something that fits the music, so people aren't gonna be able to read it and be like, oh, you know, people are gonna be able to read it and sort of know already what they're gonna get, if you know what I mean.
Definitely. I've got time for 2 more questions for you, sir, and I appreciate you joining, Matt. First one is, what is your 2023? Like what is it looking like for Celestial? Like, can we expect another single in a couple months? Is there an EP release down the road? Is there plans to meet up with Aaron and do a practice at some point during the year?
All right, so there will be a new single dropping on the 24th of this month, at the end of this month.
Excellent.
There's some other big news coming as well, but I can't actually
say
what that is at the moment.
I understand.
And as for actually that news will be coming out on the 24th of this month as well. So we'll be dropping a new single and this news that we've got to tell everyone too. So yeah, look out for that. And if you haven't liked the Facebook page already or whatever, jump over, give it a like. If you dig the music, it's really appreciated. As for jamming with Aaron, we have spoken about catching up down the track maybe, and you know,
what's the driving distance total between, how many hours are we talking?
You're probably looking at maybe 2 days.
Oh wow, it's sizable. Yeah, it's like going from like Texas to California.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so you need to fly. Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So it'd probably be easier if he just brought his guitar to you or something like that, I would imagine, instead of you bringing.
Yeah, well.
Oh, I'm sorry. If he just came to you because you play a guitar and he does the vocals, that's what I meant. But cool. Yeah. Hell yeah.
My mate who's a drummer lives here where I am as well. So you know, if we were gonna jam it, Aaron's already said that he's keen to fly over and give it a suss. But we'll sort of see what happens over the next few months.
Awesome. Well, dude, we're excited about the single and the big news coming out later this month. It's actually exactly 2 weeks from now on our end, 14 days. Brand new Celestial Burial single and some big news, which we're not allowed to know about. You have to wait. Yep. It's coming though.
I tried. I did ask if I could drop it today, and I didn't really get an answer, so I thought I better not.
Yeah, you gotta be safe. You gotta be on the safe side with that stuff. You can't get in trouble. We don't want to spoil any spoilers and whatnot. But Matt, thank you so much for your time, man.
Yeah.
You're in the future over there,
man.
so it's Saturday at what, like 11 a.m.
Yep, it is. Or it's 11:50 a.m. here at the moment.
Hell
on
yeah.
Saturday morning.
That's so weird, dude. That's so weird to me how the time difference adds 30 minutes in there. Because to me, it's 5:20, and for you, it's 11:50. I always think that's strange. I don't know why. But Matt, you're awesome, brother. I appreciate you so much.
No worries, man.
Have a fantastic
Thanks
day.
for,
We're excited. Please let us know when the single drops on the 24th, so we can jam it that day for sure. And maybe like 6 or 7 months from now, we can touch base again and just see what's been going on in your life and see if that jam session happened.
Yeah, man. No, definitely. Thanks for having me, and yeah, I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you, sir. Matt of Celestial Bow!
Give me a hell yeah!
Have an awesome day, sir.
See you, man. Take it easy.
Cheers.